Shalom. Kol Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, so by now, the whole entire world knows what's happening, or what happened concerning Charlie Kirk yesterday. I'm not going to make a video going into that specifically, just a video in general saying that there's a lot happening, not only in America, but around the globe. But we're going to focus in this video primarily here in Babylon the Great. But there's a lot happening, and so we just have to keep our head on a swivel. That's the whole point of this lesson that I want to make, because we can only do but so much warning, and the warning has gone out. It's been going out for a very, very long time now, starting with our apostles on down, especially since the YouTube era, 07 and after. But the warning has gone out. All we can do is continue to bring out different events and highlight them and let you know that we're getting closer. And that's exactly what's happening. The more and more that things keep happening here in Babylon the Great, the closer we know that we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. And that's the end all be all. We should be preparing our spirits for Jacob's trouble. That's an inevitable event. And because we know that it's going to take place, everything that we do in our lives should be in order to prepare ourselves spiritually for that day. So we bring out different things happening, we line it up to the Bible, and we just blow the trumpet. We give you the warning. And so keep your head on a swivel, because this economy, it could collapse socially and economically, financially, at any point in time, at any day. Who knows what's going to happen later today, what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month. Who knows what's going to transpire by the end of this year in December. We just don't know. It's so much, but anything could make this economy collapse, and anything could catapult us into Jacob's trouble. Just got to keep watching, like the scriptures say. And so the warning is going to keep going out. This article is from CNN, and it says 5 things to know for September 11th, and that's today, right? Thursday, September 11th. So once again, just a broad overview. Number 1, obviously, is the death of Charlie Kirk. And that happened just yesterday, Wednesday the 10th, right? Obviously, today is 9/11. We don't have to go into that, but we know what that's all about. Then also yesterday, there was a Colorado school shooting that happened at a high school. It's called Evergreen High in Colorado. Now, this happened at the same exact time as the Charlie Kirk incident. Obviously, Charlie Kirk is getting more press. He was very popular, went around to different public areas and different campuses debating. And so he had a lot of followers, right? So that's getting a lot of press. But this happened at the same exact time. I think they're saying like 4 are dead. I'm not sure. It says at least 2 students were injured and maybe a few more. I don't know. I'm not going to get all into it though. But obviously this happened at the same exact time. A lot happening. And then there was this Georgia ICE raid. More than 300 South Korean workers who were detained by U.S. immigration authorities in Georgia last week would be repatriated, whatever, today. I guess meaning they're going to be sent back to South Korea. And of course, that has a lot of South Koreans upset, especially because South Korea is supposed to be an ally to the U.S. And then this happened also yesterday. So the death of Charlie Kirk, you had the school shooting in Colorado, and then Here's where it was. 4 people were killed and 90 others injured when a gas truck exploded in Mexico City on Wednesday, yesterday. So all 3 of these things happened all yesterday. A lot's going on. A lot of judgment is happening. Now, we can speculate why these things are taking place at such a rapid pace. Is Esau doing it? Is this a staged event? Are people set up? Who knows? Are sacrifices being made? We really can't tell. Now, we can speculate all we want, but really, that's neither here nor there. Because at the end of the day, we can just chalk everything up to prophecy. No matter if it's a spontaneous event or if it's Esau Edom's doing. And who really cares at the end of the day? Because things are happening. Things are taking place. Prophecy has been and it is in motion. And it's going to continue to get worse and worse. And more events are going to keep taking place at a faster rate as well. I mean, this is already a lot. Babylon is turning upside down just over Charlie Kirk. But like I mentioned, the Colorado school shooting and this gas truck explosion all happened yesterday too. Not many people talking about that, but lives have been affected. Lives are being affected. And as you can see, this is a video about that gas truck explosion. It's just a still right here, obviously. I'm not going to click the video. If you want to, you can find it, I'm sure. But if I click this, it's going to bring up like a 30-second to a minute ad. I'm not doing all that. But yeah, so a lot going on, obviously. Just keep your head on a swivel, especially because today is 9/11. And you know, the way these devils and the way witchcraft works, they like to do certain things around past events. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that these things are happening right now. Like I said, who knows specifically why, but you know, we can speculate. Check this out though. The brother Ganan posted both of these things, clips in our chat based upon around Charlie Kirk's death.
Bullshit. This video's in regards to Charlie Kirk. And this video's for the fucking liberals. It's war, motherfuckers. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. And spare me your fucking self-righteous bullshit lectures. I don't give a fuck. We're coming for you.
Yeah, that one, and then also this one. Let me refresh it.
Man, fight back! White 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 man, fight back!
Yeah, so you obviously know who they're referring to or who they're speaking against. White man, fight back. Fight back against who? Yeah, we obviously know who that is. It's Jake. And so everything that's happening right now, specifically concerning Charlie Kirk's death, it's going to eventually, it's just building up the emotions towards some kind of race riot, race war, however it goes down. Once again, our job isn't to tell you when exactly it's going to take place and pinpoint the date and the month. No, you know, our job is just to let you know that we see the enemy approaching. The times are coming where things are going to get extremely bad. So keep your head on a swivel, continue to watch, be circumspect, and most importantly, get your house in order. Get your mind right, increase your faith, ask the Lord to increase your faith, and make sure that you're walking on that straight and narrow path to receive salvation and to be protected by the Lord when all these things go down. Because like the scriptures say in the book of Matthew 24, verse 21, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." And so what this is referring to is something in the end times that's going to take place where there's going to be great turmoil And it's going to be so bad, it's going to be a time like never was nor shall be. That's what this is referring to right here. It's an end time prophecy. And we're currently living in that time right now. Right now. We're not just talking about some kind of economic collapse, some kind of recession or another Great Depression, and then all of a sudden America spirals out of it, builds up, and there's this new booming era of AI. And no, that's not going to happen. When this place goes down, when there's a collapse, that collapse is going to coincide with Matthew 24 and 21. That collapse is going to coincide with a time like never was nor shall be. And it's going to end with World War III and America losing that war. And all of that is biblical prophecy. That's the end all be all. And we're hoping to be protected throughout that entire time, and then also to receive salvation and be delivered when World War III takes place, because the elect are not going to be down here when those missiles touch this soil. And that's the true definition of what salvation means. That's what it means to be delivered. You're saved from something. You're delivered from something, which is those missiles, which are those missiles. But now before that happens, there's going to be a time like never was nor shall be. And everything that we brought out, everything that happened yesterday and the past few days, really, is just leading up until that time. And like I said before, things are going to continue to get worse. And that's according to the Bible as well. This is 2 Ezra 16, verses 37 through 39. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." The plagues draw nigh. Nigh means near. The plagues draw near. They're coming, and they're coming soon. It says, and they're not slack, meaning they're not slowing down. So the plagues are coming soon. They're coming fast, and they're not slowing down. As when a woman with child, and in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, meaning she's at the very end. Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Now this is a comparison. It's a parable, or not a parable. It's an analogy. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn. And that's currently what's happening right now. The world is mourning. And sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And that's currently what we're seeing, especially here in Babylon the Great. People are mourning. It's hard to pay your bills. People aren't even living paycheck to paycheck anymore. People are behind in payments. Just this past, I believe it was in July, Maryland, where we are, where I am, I guess, it saw it was number 3 or number 4 in terms of the states that saw foreclosures here in America. And that's no coincidence, because Maryland is one of the highest states in terms of living costs. People just can't do it anymore. It's hard. So people are buying homes and then they just can't make their payments, losing it. It's going to foreclosure, houses being auctioned off, being taken back to the banks. All these REO houses now. And then, of course, it's hard to even find jobs. The people that are getting jobs are working 2 or 3 jobs, working in retail, just trying to make ends meet. The price of food is going up. You go to the grocery store, people are complaining because they're spending $300 literally and walking out with maybe 3 or 4 bags. It's a lot. It's hard. And they're not buying the high quality things. People are getting your ramen. They're getting, spaghetti, things that can try to just last for a few days because they have a family to feed. Yeah, that's mourning and that's sorrow. Hard to fill your gas tank up, People are going to the station and they're filling it up maybe for 2 days, going back Another 2 days trying to just nickel and dime it. It's rough. It's rough. AI is taking jobs, making it harder for people to step into particular industries. Like I mentioned before, because of AI, now all of a sudden, your entry-level jobs, the requirements for entry-level jobs are 2 to 3 years experience, because AI can do what you can do out of college. Yeah, it's getting harder to get jobs now. People are settling. That's no life to live. It's no life to live at all. But this is the end days that we're currently living in. And things are going to get worse. Plagues are going to keep hitting this place. And a plague can be anything. A plague doesn't have to be an actual sickness, an illness, or disease. No, a plague can be your goddamn mass shooting. That can be a plague. A plague can be a wildfire breaking loose. A plague can be any kind of natural disaster. It can be your earthquakes, tsunamis hitting a place. The Lord can plague this place however he wants. It can be the grid going out and there can be a blackout. Yeah, it's going to get worse and worse, just like we read. Once again, the warning is just to keep your eye on the swivel and stay circumspect. So, did a lot of talking. I'll just end off with one of those precepts speaking on such. Circumspect, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'll get this in Ephesians. This is the book of Ephesians. What do I want? 6, 5. One of them. There we go. It's circumspectly. Okay. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And walking circumspectly means that you're taking action. It's not just the fact that you're, when you go outside, you're on your P's and Q's and you're seeing who's around you. Yeah, that's a part of it for sure, because we got to walk wise in these days, even in terms of our very, very specific lives. Don't be out here acting a fool, going crazy, saying just anything to anybody, thinking that you tough and you know the scriptures, so nothing can happen to you. No. Yeah, you got to walk wise even in your own personal life. But from a broader perspective, we have to walk circumspectly, meaning watching out for these bigger things that are going to keep taking place. Looking out for news concerning the microchip. Looking out for news concerning different catastrophes taking place in terms of like natural disasters like that. What's going on with AI? How are they pushing this digital currency in the blockchain? We have to constantly keep our eyes out and peel back for these type of scenarios, because these bigger, more global, broader events, it's what's going to push us into Jacob's trouble. Definitely in your personal life, be on your P's and Q's, because things can go down just down the street from you at the grocery store. Who knows? I mean, people are going buck wild out here, and they're going to get even crazier. Remember, the scriptures talk about how the love of many is going to wax cold. I'm not going to grab that. I'm going to end off with this precept. But you see what's happening. Those 2 videos. I'm coming for you. White man, fight back. Yeah, so we got to be on our P's and Q's, even just when we step out the crib, as we're going to work, as we're running errands. Ultimately, the Lord is going to watch out for the elect, but it's our job to pray to him and ask for that protection. So once again, just continue to walk circumspectly. A lot of things are happening in these end days, and they're going to continue to come harder and hit faster. just like we read in the book of 2nd Ezra 16. So make sure that your spirit is built up and ask the Lord to increase your faith. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.